Alright, hey, DocLocHax here, and today I want to talk about this thing called the cooldown timer that is in PGSharp, which in fact all Pokemon Go players are subject to. It's just that regular Pokemon Go players never move fast enough in the real world to trigger a cooldown timer. However, in PGSharp, with the ability to spoof and basically go anywhere you want, regardless of the normal duration of time it would take to get there. If you were playing the game in real life, you will trigger what is known as the cooldown timer in Pokemon Go. And I remember when I first started, I had no idea about this, and I had no idea why I couldn't catch Pokemon. They'd pop up and they would all run. They would all flee. It would say fled, Pokemon fled, Pokemon fled. And I had no idea. And I had all these crazy conspiracies like my ISP is hacking me and keeping me from catching Pokemon. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. Eventually, a buddy explained it to me. He said, there's this thing called a cooldown timer, and that's what this is right here. So just to give you an example of what this thing is and how it works. So right now we are in, let's take a look, what country and what location we're in. Das Hermanas. Portugal. All right, so we're over here in Europe somewhere, and let's say I want to catch this little dude. All right, oh, there's one thing. I'm gonna unblock shinies, so it won't even let you look at them with this setting up here. Block shinies, or block non-shinies. Let's go look at this burb, and see this cooldown timer? It says 0, 0, 0, 0. There's no cooldown timer on it. There's no time on it. Let's go ahead and catch this guy. Right, we got him. Okay. We just caught a Pokemon. Somewhere, Portugal. Dos Hermanas. Geography is not my strong suit, but okay, so apparently everything looks normal, right? And this cooldown timer is something you let's see, yeah, it's something you turn on right here. All right, so if I think by default it's turned off. I don't know, I don't remember, but it's not on the screen. And so let's say I was to zap over here. Zap over here, zap over here. Let's keep zapping for a little bit. Let's keep zapping. Alright, and what's going to happen is, if I turn this on, let's see if I zap far enough. You'll see my cooldown timer is now red, and it's counting down from a minute. Alright, so what that's telling me is the last, you can click that little menu, and like say you get lost, you can just click this little GPS icon right here, and it'll zap you right back to where that last Pokemon that you caught was, where that your cooldown got triggered. Look, it's back to 0. Back to 0. You zap over here. Keep zapping. Hey, going too fast, buddy. Dude. There we go. We have a second, 7 seconds, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and our cooldown is over. Now we can catch Pokemon here in this little area. Now, okay, this may be confusing. Like, okay, what is really going on with this thing? All right, like I said, all Pokemon Go players are subject to the cooldown timer. The maximum it can ever be is 2 hours, right? So let's say I zapped across the pond over to the United States. Teleport there, wherever this is. It's an hour and 57 minutes now that I would have to wait before I can catch a Pokemon. Right? So that's you can think of the cooldown timer as kind of like a radius that increases. The time increases based on how far away you go from that last interaction with the map. So the things that'll trigger a cooldown timer are going to be spinning a Pokéstop and catching a Pokemon. So whether you catch a Pokemon in a raid or you do a shadow Pokemon or any catch a Pokemon anywhere, with the exception of Kecleons, Kecleons don't trigger cooldown timers, oddly enough. But like I said, since that is what is happening to you if you can't catch a Pokemon. Let me go somewhere and I'll show you when some Pokemon show up if I can't catch them. It'll just say they fled. Let's go to Springfield here. Wait for a Pokemon to spawn. Go over by this gym. And what I'm about to do isn't recommended because I think it actually triggers something in Niantic, because there's all kinds of warnings about not doing this here. But I mean, if you don't know about the cooldown timer, you're gonna do it. You know, you're gonna zap all over the world. Yeah, I can go get this one. Yeah, let me go get this one. Why can't I get this one now? Right? That's a cooldown timer. So sometimes it'll let you, it'll break out, it'll let you throw 2 balls, but most of the time it's just gonna flee. Fled. Yeah, it took off. Can't catch it. Bye-bye. That's because of that cooldown timer. But that's pretty much it. Alright, thanks, yeah. Much love.